Hello, hello, hello. Mic check, mic check. What's going on? I wonder if this thing's working. Damn you. I guess. Hey, what's up, deleted? Hey, how's the mic? I haven't tried this one yet. What's up, Halo? How's it going, dude? Yeah, I got a pyro idea for filming underwater. I think that might be interesting. If I can get the camera far enough away so I don't implode the camera. I'd be like, I just got a new action cam. I'm gonna blow it up. No, but I think some smaller firecrackers, like some hydros, to see how that looks underwater, might be pretty cool for a video. I've got a pretty good clear creek down here. Give some crawfish a bad day. Yeah, I got to get out and do something, man. It's winter time. It sucks. Yeah, Halo, man, you're gonna have to come up. Deleted Halo here. He lives not too far off from where I do, so that's pretty cool. We're gonna try to get together and do a little demo sometime. Oh, just don't bring that cool car of yours, man, because the driveway here is a killer. You'll have to leave the Chrysler home or Dodge or whatever. Yeah, 50 plus hours. Hey, man, at least where you're at, it's warm, dude. There's something to be said for that, right? It is cold here tonight. I haven't went live for a while. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, he brings his little car up. I don't know if he scrapes or he just don't care. I don't think he scrapes. I don't know. I told them it'd be best to park at the bottom and walk up, but they bring it up here, so I guess there's our drawbacks to living in in a remote place. But at least you can light what you want. And you don't have to worry about it. As long as you don't set off any seismic crafts, you should be fine. It's actually not as bad as what it was, man. Before the new bridge got put in, it was a lot worse. The driveway was made in the drainage basin of like two or three mountains, so it's a mess. So channeling all that water under a nice concrete bridge helped a lot. It has been a crazy year, dude. It has. Oh, the last couple of years have been crazy. Not just from the worldwide bullshit either, just crazy in general. That didn't help. I've decided when I pack up and leave, dude, I'm gonna take my computer apart and bring it with me. I want something powerful to be able to edit videos. Yeah, man, red and green are pretty sweet. I've only got one of them left, though. My power stash is low. Like I said, I've been purposely not buying any to prepare for my overseas trip. Yep, this is the system I take with me. I mean, yeah, it's pretty big and bulky, and I hope that they don't break the glass loading it on the plane, but I'll have to pack it up really good. Hopefully, I can get it there in one piece. Damn it. Can't get the camera to hold still now. Oh, well, it's good enough. Cool, man. Yeah, you have to see one of them cobras. They're pretty sweet. They really are. The boulder blitzing, I mean, they're just scary. It's like, oh my, you have to be careful with them and not catch the brush on fire because they do have a lot of sparks. 60 grams of boom is pretty crazy. I have one of those good double O shells too, but just one. One of them left that I kept, and a German signal rocket. Those are pretty cool. I have one of those left. It actually has a metal rocket engine inside of it. Sweet. Um, was he going to take a trip to PA? I think Carlos was telling me about he was going to go to Pennsylvania, maybe. Oh, dude, them Cobras are sweet. Right, I've got some C6s, and they're as big as I want them to be for sure. I mean, they do make bigger, but my God, going to stay away from fireworks. You might be smart, man, considering where you're at and whatnot. California is not too friendly to the pyro. Ah, cool, cool. You'll have to talk to me on Messenger, man. Let me know where you're going to be. I might be able to give you some good recommendations. But I ain't going to mention no names here. Hey, what's happening, Northwest? You still remember that? I was building a computer and had a chat open one night. And some dude showed up and tried to troll me about my wires not being tucked right or some shit. And by the time we were done with that guy, he started coming to our chats regularly. He went from troll to supporter. He's like, he didn't make it out. Yeah, yeah, you gotta be careful, man. You don't want to get nobody in any trouble. Just trying to make a living and whatnot. I wouldn't say fanboy, but he did come back and hang with us a few times. It's hard to tell, man. No doubt. Hey, man, I always love to set them off and hearing these mountains, man. You know that echo is sweet. God, there for a couple of years, I let off fireworks like every weekend for like 2 years. I mean, 500 grams and stuff like that, just about every weekend. Now I don't do it quite as often. I wish I could, but other priorities and whatnot. That and God, the prices these days is just it's hard. I'm afraid it's going to be like gasoline. Once they get all these big increases, they're never going to go back down again. China's going to be like, oh, they pay this, they keep paying this. Yes, yes. Dude, I don't care if there's snow. Still pyro. Pyro reflects great off of the snow covered mountain. And you have less risk of fire. So I just say wear a coat and go for it. Might not be going to water test in the snow, but you know, the rest of it still sounds all right. Yeah, that was sweet. I think the most I had was close to 100 pallets. Not 100 pallets, but 100 cases. Close to it. It wasn't quite 100, but it was close by the time I got to the fourth. That's a lot of fireworks. Dude, between the prices and the shipping and stuff like that, it's just ridiculous. That and the fuel prices. Ugh, fuel prices doubled the price of my plane ticket. It went from being about $1,100 to being close to 3,300. I might have to take a cheap ticket, which I'm not above it or anything, but that's a long flight. It's gonna take me like 2.5 days to get there. It's gonna be crazy. 5 airplanes. Oh, dude, I haven't even looked because it's an addiction. You start looking at spreadsheets and stuff like that, and you're like, oh yeah, I want some of that. And it seems like when you're looking for something good, you have a hard time finding it sometimes. But when you're trying not to buy, I've got people like, here, man, here's some good stuff. I got some of this, I got some of that. I'm like, damn it, quit that, go away. Addicted to pyro. I guess there's worse things you could be addicted to. Oh yeah. Plus, China's not going to miss the opportunity to stick it to you. And have you seen the price of chemicals, or according to China, the price of the chemicals, the stuff that went up to it? It's ridiculous. Like potassium nitrate and shit like that went up like 80, 800% or something, along with just about every other chemical they use. No, it's not drugs, but good Lord, your money goes up just about as quick, I'd say. If it's drugs, you'd probably be dead. That's much pyro. You know, I've got like, I don't know, more Asian ladies than I can count that's working for these pyro companies and stuff that's on my friends list on Facebook, and they seem to all be about stressed to death about this stuff. I don't think fireworks have ever been as uncertain as what they are right now, especially in China. I've got this cat living all over me, and I'm like, damn it, cat. She wants attention when she sees you doing something else. Great grizzly, fisherman, good God, all of them just about has had some kind of woe is me going on lately, and the customer's been the one getting it. Yeah, I just got a new headset. Does the mic sound all right? I like this headset. It's pretty sweet. I think it allows me two bags, so I want to have one luggage that's going to be clothes and essentials, and the other one's going to be pretty much all electronics and game systems and games. Got to have my PlayStation. Got to have my computer. Oh, they're still here. They're still, most of them are still here. My ex-wife took a couple. She took my cat actually, which really pissed me off, but she takes good care of him because she loves him too. I got the Norwegian forest cat, Cootie Coon, and I have a big fat Burmese kitty on my lap now that's nuzzling all over me. My dad's gonna take care of my pets and my brother. All right, hello, thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. Message me when you get a chance, and like I said, I might be able to tell you about some good stuff where you're headed. Yep, this one here, the freaking cat likes to get on the back of my neck, and it wouldn't be that bad, but after a while, it makes your damn neck hurt. Well, I tell you right now, man, probably not permanently, no. Probably a few years. That's if everything works out good, you know. I might not like it at all, but I'm pretty sure I'll like it. The cost of living is good. The beaches are nice. And I can do more good there than I can here. I've already got me a motorcycle picked out. Nice Yamaha 250. It's black and red. It's a pretty sweet looking bike. I asked how credit worked there. I'm like, do we bring our credit score over or do we start out with no credit? I mean, how does that work? And they're like, all you have to do is show proof of income and like a bank statement and a down payment to give you the keys. Okay. I haven't rode a bike in years though. It's going to be fun. Initially, I was going to get a scooter, but I thought that might be just a little too wussy. Got to have a big manly bike. They probably do, but I don't plan on it. It's really pretty reasonable over there, man. I think a payment's like on a really nice brand new motorcycle, Yamaha or Honda is going to be about $80 to $100 a month, and that's with you know a decent down payment. Stuff over there, as far as some things over there are a lot cheaper, and some things aren't. But for the most part, things are a lot cheaper. It's not the kind of place you'd want to mess around, so I wouldn't. you know, and make sure that you do everything just so you don't want to have a reason for the law to target you. Yeah, I was telling my girl there about taxes and paying taxes, and she had no idea what I was talking about. I was like, "Oh yeah, taxes is something you got to pay every year." And she's like, "Why?" I'm like, "They'll take your shit if you don't." Well, Europe, a lot of places in Europe is way worse than the United States. Their taxes are freaking insane. The actual products, like you go there and buy dinner, it's pretty cheap, but the taxes are they make it expensive. Kind of like buying gas in California. By the time they add the price of gas and then their tax to it, it's like, what is it now, man? Like probably $7, $8 a gallon there. Yeah, they will too. That was part of applying for the passport, man. It said it like right there in the thing that you couldn't owe any taxes or anything like that, or you wouldn't even be issued a passport. I guess that way people that owe a lot of tax can't escape the country. I guess. Hmm. I figured it'd be higher than that. Here it's like shit. I think right at 3.75 a gallon, and it was last year like $2.20 a gallon. So quite a bit. Damn, there's going to be people hitting up gas stations and stealing gas. It's a holdup. Fill up the can. Yeah, everything is, man. When I drove a truck, I spent a lot of time in Southern California, and I did not see the appeal. I really didn't. I like Northern California pretty good, but Southern California, not so much. Too much dust, too much dirt, not enough grass, not enough trees. Plastic bags. Yeah, they done that shit here when they were hoarding gas because of I forget what it was last year. It was crazy. Filling up trash bags and shit in the backs of their cars, fucking 200 or 300 gallons of gas. Probably smoking a cigarette going down the road. I mean, if you're dumb enough to put gas in a trash bag, you might as well go for it. I watched a buddy of mine burn his dad's riding mower to the ground like that one time. He found a bee's nest in the yard, right? He's like, I'm gonna burn it out. So instead of getting gas and pouring it down, the yellow jackets and then lighting it, he pulls the rod mower up to it, takes off the fuel line, and flows that onto the. He gets a styrofoam cup, and at first he lit the paper and put it by the hole so it would light immediately. You don't do that, but he filled up a styrofoam cup full of gas. It immediately melted out of his hand, hit the fire, and then poof, the whole lawnmower gone. I just watched. I was like, this is not going to go well. I didn't see what he had in his hand as far as the styrofoam cup, or I would have at least warned him. But yeah, it evaporated instantly as soon as the gasoline touched it. Brother, if this was lagging him down any because he's playing a online game. Wow. Let me tell you about Filipino women. They can be some of the greatest women in the world, but they are the most jealous that I've ever seen. And I've never seen a society where you had stereotypes that I've heard that are so universal. It's like I thought they were stereotypes because they weren't true, but not there. Usually, if you read it, that's the way it works. Yeah, I'm getting ready to log off here, man. I think there's only like 3 or 4 people in here. Figured I'd test out the new headset, see what you guys are into. I'm gonna try to come up with some videos with this new camera here. It's a slow motion and shit. So that should be pretty cool. A little underwater video maybe. Burnt the hell out of my hand the other day working on a car. Well, not the other day. It's been a while. Did you see the spinners on the line? That was pretty cool. Use a fishing swivel and it'll actually work. I don't know why the dude lit the fire next to the bee's nest first. That's the part that didn't make any sense. If he just filled up or tried to fill up the cup, it would have just went everywhere and it'd been fine. But he already had the flame lit. Yo. Hey, what's up, Luke? Haven't seen you in a while, man. I'm still using that rack, by the way. I appreciate that. Of course, I expanded it to a 22 shot rack now. So how is things out west, northwest? I haven't heard from Pyro Dude in a while. I hope he's doing all right. Yeah, shooting 22s, man. That's about all a person could afford to shoot these days. And sometimes that gets really hard to find the ammo, man. I was seeing 22 ammo at the local flea market here go for $15 a box for 50. I was like, oh my God. I don't know what it's like now. I haven't bought it in a while. What's up, KB? How's it going, man? You just had a birthday, didn't you? Happy late birthday, man. I wonder if that was his truck that he'd been working on. I know he got aggravated with it and parked it for a while, but I think he got it fixed. Last I heard, anyway. I think that, I can't remember what it was, 32 that he has, hot rod. That's what I'd be up in. Yeah, I think that's the same truck. He likes them old ones now for sure. They are a lot simpler to work on. My brother's been having a time with his. Manifold gasket started leaking on it, but just in the water channel, enough to cause a coolant leak there in the top of the intake. Just to get to that, you have to take off a ton of shit. Not hard to fix, but difficult to get to. Dude, these days it's hard. I don't know. I'm kind of getting like Pyro Dude, I guess. I just like the older stuff or a Honda or something, really. Yeah, Toyota. Good God, Toyota's gotten expensive, though. They're worth the money, but damn. I had a lot of Camaros and a lot of Trans Ams and Firebirds and shit like that, man. I worked on those cars so much. Good God, I close my eyes and probably see every bolt in the car. I know Nissan isn't worth a shit anymore. Good God, stay away from that. That Nissan truck I had, it was an older truck, like 2005, I think, but it was after Fiat had moved on with Nissan and or merged with Nissan, and the metal just wasn't worth a damn. Even a bolt with no corrosion on it would just snap like it was made out of the cheapest steel you've ever seen. Engine transmission run good. Steel was just crappy. Rusted out. Worse than any truck I've ever seen. Quickly, too. Brand new 4Runner. Those are nice, man. I rented one. I got to drive one on vacation like last year. I mean, I enjoyed that. I liked how it had the economy mode and the sport mode. I thought that was pretty sweet. You could actually hear and feel the difference too when you put it in sport mode. I think the one I rented was a 2020, 21 or 22. I'm not sure, but it was nice. Yeah, my girl over there is going to meet me at the airport, which I expected that. She's going to bring her parents with her, and I'm like, well, I can understand that. Meeting a dude and everything for the first time. This chick I've been talking to online, right? And now her nieces and nephews are coming. It's like, okay. Pretty soon it's going to be like, I'm going to have to rent a bus. And that's just the way Filipino families are, though. I'm not going to be living in a remote area though. We're going to live pretty much. We're on the outskirts of a pretty good sized city, so I'll still have high speed internet and all that. And I'm what she would call a modern house. I don't think. Well, I mean, I could live like a local if I had to, but it wouldn't be anything anybody would really want to do. I tell you what I want, man, is one of those. I don't even know what you would call it. It's like a oh shit, like a little three wheel. I think they got three wheels, like a little tiny, tiny, like minivan looking thing that they have with a motorcycle engine in it. Those are what I want when I get over there, anyway. If I could find one that's reasonable, seems like it'd be a lot safer than a motorcycle and holds a couple people and room enough for luggage and shit too. Can't remember what the little things are called, but they're cool. Oh yeah, man. I'm gonna have reliable power and a generator just in case. And I'm also going to have oh shit, satellite TV. I don't know remember what these things are called, but they're. I mean, if you're a chick, you call it cute, but they look like a little bug, pretty much like a little beetle with a 750cc motorcycle engine, but it's like a little tiny car big enough to hold two people. I think they'll do like 50, 55, something like that, which is plenty because from what I've heard, you're not really able to go that fast around there and live. Kind of like a Fiat, but even smaller, man. It's like a motorcycle car, more or less, but it also kind of looks like a little minivan. That or I'm gonna see if I can export something from China and maybe get like a little electrical vehicle and get a place about mm, 30 minutes or so away from her people, her family, and whatnot. So that way she can visit, but we don't have the whole family there. You know, it's not good for a relationship when you're starting out. Whatever I get will be discount, man. I'm really learning how to live a minimal lifestyle more, especially when I moved all my shit out of my house. I was like, I have way too many toys and way too much stuff that I do not need. Stuff that I never even use because, I don't have time to. So what's the point of stockpiling so much crap? But I still like my comforts too, my computers and my video games and shit like that. But, well, I realized that was also had something to do with how happy I was with my ex-wife too. If you don't want to be around your wife, you got a lot of hobbies. It's one of those situations where our daughter turned 18 and is like, goodbye. Too many addictions yet. Hey, I haven't bought a PS5 yet. I'm still rocking a PS4, but I don't even play it hardly anymore. But I might when I go somewhere like this. And, rainy season, I don't think you're going to be doing a whole lot. I'd like to go somewhere there, and it sounds silly, but I'd like to pan for gold. But if you don't mess with gold and stuff like that in places like that, you get killed. But it would be fun to just look for the fun of it, really. They have like the second largest gold deposit in the world. So people do mine it. They put compressor hose in their mouth and go in a little hole in the ground underwater and mine gold, which is like crazy ridiculous. They don't even use a mask. I mean, they just literally put an air compressor hose in their mouth and go down a hole that's like 20 feet deep. They could collapse at any time. People do it illegally, but they use so much mercury and stuff like that to extract it. They end up poisoning themselves if they don't die in a collapse. But it's one of them kinds of places, man, where you do what you got to do. Huh? Yeah. It's not. It's turned inside the computer, bro. I don't like being on camera either. Dude, it's some people there live really, really hard. It makes you appreciate what you have for sure. I think it makes good people though, but they do live pretty hard. Some of them do. I mean, you got every every kind of class you think of living there. You got the ultra rich living next to the ultra poor. It's kind of strange. I've seen neighborhoods there with a big mansion, or what you call like a McMansion next to a bamboo hut. It's like, damn. This cat's on me again. She's like, love me, love me. I know you're doing something. Come on, Schmauser. No, the best thing there is just well, I was going to say blend in, but it's kind of hard to blend in when you're over 6 foot tall and you're white. But all right, Northwest, man, it's good seeing you. Glad to see you're still kicking. So, you like the PS5, Luke, or are you still on? Is it worth the $800? I mean, good God, that's a lot for a game system. Uh, I want to play the Resident Evil Village. That looks pretty sweet. But I always like the Resident Evil games. Well, most of them anyway. Some of them suck. My PS4 is practically unused. That's like, I'm like, damn it. I've just programmed to automatically want the shit if I'm going to use it or not. That's the problem. I'm so tired of first person shooters. It's like, good God, that's all there is these days. Yeah, 500. That's better than the 8 that I've been seeing. But I've heard from people because of the shortage, the video game systems are hard to find this holiday season. So prices will probably be shooting up on stuff like that. Dude, I still got my PS3 because I got a gigantic library of games, some of which I've never even opened before. And to me, I didn't see a whole hell of a lot of difference between PS3 and PS4. I still use my PSP. I'm gonna take it on the airplane with me and play games. But it will be pretty cool. I'm gonna try to go live when I do finally get on the plane, and I can get internet all the way across the ocean, which is going to be pretty neat. I still got the PS3, the fat one, like the first version that came out. I was keeping it because it was so hard to get that at the time. It was ridiculous. So I'll probably keep that forever. But it pays. It does pay because I sold a Nintendo 64 to a museum in New Jersey for like $300 almost. And it was literally just a Nintendo 64, but in good condition. People pay up for them retro games and stuff now, man. It's a good thing to keep an eye out for sure. Yard sales, flea markets, and stuff like that. Yo, if mine wasn't so big, I would take it with me over there and let her parents use it for a DVD player. But it's just too heavy. By the time I'm gonna take the PS4, my computer, monitor, projector, and a few other electronic goodies with me. Don't really have any Blu-rays or DVDs anymore myself. I mean, I have them. I just, don't watch them or keep up with them anymore. They still have those video rental boxes here where you can use the vending machine. It's not a solid date, but it's looking like March is going to be good for me. I right now the talk in immigration and the talk between people that live there and stuff is saying that it may open to America in December, but I'm still going to wait until March before I leave. I don't want to leave when everybody else is trying to, and I want to see what flights do and stuff like that, and see what they make up their mind about quarantine. Because if they're still wanting to do a 2 week government quarantine, I'm going to wait until that's over. I found a nice little 2 bedroom, 2-story house. It's brand new. It's never been lived in, and it's going to cost me like $170 a month for the house. Hey, they just let some fireworks legal over there where I'm going to be, man. It's kind of a crazy mix of some safe and sane stuff and then some good stuff. Like I seen mostly fountains, but then also saw Roman candles, so it might be all right. They literally just passed the fireworks law. They're allowing that shit like a few months ago. I'm like, cool. And if I want to go shoot, I can still go to a target range. I can rent a gun and shoot it for the day, but I can't own one there. That kind of sucks. Kind of get treated like a felon on that. Exactly, man. And I'd be able to do something with it anyway. I mean, hell, I grew up in a state where you wasn't allowed anything, and then finally they allowed safe and sane. And for years it was fountains and stuff, and that was all. And then finally they made good stuff legal. It's like, all right, since the pandemic's hit, the prices and everything's gotten so crazy. It's like, okay, it's legal, but who can afford it? It's like, my goodness, I'm not spending that for shells. I'm sorry, I just can't do it. I might want to, but nah, I can't do it. Well, guys, y'all have a good one. I appreciate you guys stopping by and saying, hey, I am going to get out of here and go, I don't know, watch a movie or something. But you guys take it easy. Glad to see you guys are still kicking. Hillbilly Pyro out. If I can figure out how to turn this shit off. Oh, yeah, right here.